Can you spell it, please?
Clarence Muhammad, C-L-A-R-E-N-C-E, Muhammad, M-U-H-A-M-M-A-D.
And what would you say your title is?
I'm a co-chairperson for the Birmingham Kwanzaa Committee, which has been around a little over 30 years and organizing Kwanzaa throughout the city.
What's happening?
Tonight we're having a call and response in African tradition, so we'll be asking Habara Ghanaians what's the news, and the news is UMOJA-UNITY. So tonight we're talking about and discussing unity, and we have people from all over Birmingham and surrounding Jefferson County that's coming to celebrate with us. And one of the things we're doing is supporting black business. That's what we're doing. Bring everybody after the meetings over here, so people will, buy food from these takeout.
And what's tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night is going to be self-determination. And tomorrow night is very interesting. The Sisters of Self-Determination, we have an international activist who lives in Birmingham. We have Chef Netta Watson that will be a panel. On the panel, she's a chef for over 40 years. We have Shamika Thomas, who's a organization. And we have a vegan chef. These are basically women talking about how self-determination is have to be known. And that will be the first night of President
And then I understand tonight you had a speaker. What did she
young lady that originally is from Detroit, Michigan. She's been here for quite some time. Made Birmingham she's a businesswoman, owns her own nail shop, a little over a year ago.
I'm squeezed beside you.
Work together to build our nation and build strong foundation in our communities and whatnot. Ujima!
Ujima!
Ujamaa!
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 That means cooperative economics. And it means that we're going to support black business. We're going to build black business. Matter of fact, we're in a black business right now. But we also have, that's only one side of it. We also have to have the black businesses support us. And Brother Z is doing that, and he's done it for the last, he's 4 or 5 years. I've known he's allowed us to come in. A lot of times, some black businesses do with the Arabs and the Asians and the white folks do in our communities. They take the money and run. Well, we got to keep that money in our communities. That's why a lot of our communities look the way they do. One thing we have to start doing is we have to start going to our neighborhood association meetings. Because that's where a lot of the stuff, that's where the stuff is decided on what's going on in your community. And we need some young folks in there. Because sometimes, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, sometimes old elders get stuck in their ways. I know I struggle in Tennessee. But anyway, cooperative economics. And if we have a problem with a business, like if you have a problem with the service with the business, don't give up on them. Give them a chance. And after you give them a chance, then I understand. And don't give up on black business all the way, because y'all know we do that. We'll have one bad experience and we're like, man, I ain't fooling with black folks no more. How's that fair? So we have to be principled about this. So we understand Thank you. Ujamaa. 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 Very good. Very good. The fifth principle is Nia.
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 Nia is purpose. Purpose. And we have to find out what our purpose is in life. You know, somehow I was a social worker for 26 years. 26 and a half. But give me a hand because I was able to retire this year. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah. But anyway, I was able to help folks. That was my calling in life. My folks wanted me to be a lawyer. I don't know if I'd have been a good lawyer or not. I was a good social worker. I was able to help people. I assist them in food, getting food. So that was very rewarding. I also learned a lot from young folks, elder folks, all kinds of folks. But whatever our purpose is, we have to use it to better us. We have to use it for our communities. Whether you sing and dance, drum, speak, politics, whatever it is. Nia.
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 Here's my favorite one. Kuumba.
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 Kuumba is creativity. Extra one. Kuumba is creativity. And creativity, if you look all around the world, you see African Kuumba. We talked about the pyramids. You know, when I used to work, I had a long list of inventors on my wall. And you'll be amazed at all the stuff the black folks that we use inventing. And the stuff that we invented allowed white folks to create other stuff, invent other stuff, or steal the patents. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. Kuumba, we have to use this as well. Creativity. We have to create new ways to do things. Because sometimes we get stuck in doing old things, and it's just like hitting our heads on the wall. We keep doing the same thing. Let's try some new things. That's why we need young folks. That's why I need black institutions in schools so young folks can learn. Because when they're that age, man, they like a sponge. They remember everything. And they're smart. Let's don't start until they 9 and 10. Start when they 9 and 10 months.
There you go.
Because they are smart. Kuumba.
Kuumba.
The last one, but not least, Imani.
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 Imani is faith. Now we have to have faith in ourselves. First we have to learn to love ourselves. Because see, if we had learned to love ourselves, we wouldn't have all this conflict in the streets. So a lot of times we just don't love ourselves, but it's not taught to us. That's why we need these black institutions. So we can be taught who we were, that we come from great kings and queens.
Yeah.
Great kings and queens. So our children can hold their head up high and walk like the kings and queens. And pull their pants up.
Tell it.
Pull their pants up.
That's right.
But once we love ourselves and believe in ourselves, we can believe in our parents and our family. Then we can believe in our community leaders. We can believe in the black nation. And ultimately, we would change the world. Firmly believe that once black folks get themselves together in America, the whole world will follow suit. I'm telling you, they're waiting. We just got to do it. We got to believe it. But we got to have Imani in ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves. But it starts young. We have to do that. Sometimes you see parents talking to their kids all kinds of ways. That's not good. I know we get frustrated sometimes, but we have to uplift our children. Imani.
Imani.
So that's the Nguzo Saba. So, they say, well, that's great. We got the name, we got the language, we got the principle. By the way, the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles, those are the 7 basic principles of nationhood. Although we say Kwanzaa is for black folks, but everybody should be practicing those 7 principles. And we don't need to just practice them during these 7 days of Kwanzaa. We need to do this year round. Because if we do it year round, we will change. We will change our conditions. We will change ourselves. And we'll become a unified force. And that's when the real trouble will start. But anyway, that's another argument, another discussion for another day. So they said, well, we got all this. We need some symbols because we are symbolic. Symbolism is important. So we say, okay, we're going to use some symbols. We're going to use things. First, Mkeka.
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 Hey, Brother Barry. Baba Barry. My fault. Mkeka is the straw mat. It represents the foundation. We have to have strong foundations. This building didn't have a strong foundation. Fall on our head. Kwanzaa be over. But Mkeka.
Mkeka.
Very good. Kinara.
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 Kinara is the candle holder. It represents our people, our culture, our heritage. Kinara.
Kinara.
And the Kinara holds Mishuma Saba.
Mishuma Saba.
Mishuma Saba.
Mishuma Saba.
Mishuma Saba are the 7 candles. And each candle represents a principle. That's why you have 7. And every night you will light the candle that represents the principle of the day, plus the ones the previous night. So tonight, we're only going to light 1 candle, which will be the Umoja.
Umoja.
Now, when you lighten candles, first of all, always make sure when you set your table up, when you face it, the red candles are going to be on your left. That's how you know you're doing it right. Sometimes we forget. I forget. Okay? Now, when you lighten it, you go Umoja. Some people would think you would go to this one, but no. You go outside. Umoja, Kujichakalea, Ujima, Ujamaa, Nia, Kumba, Imani. Anybody know why we go outside first? Okay, I'll tell you. We go outside first because we're coming together. We're unifying instead of pulling apart. That's why we start outside and go inside. That makes sense, right?
Ashe.
All right. Mishuma Saba.
Mishuma Saba.
Okay. Brother Clarence used this symbol. Kikombe Cha Umoja.
Kikombe Cha Umoja.
Kikombe Cha Umoja.
Kikombe Cha Umoja.
No, we might be getting a little tired, but I'm only going to be a little bit longer. It's the Unity Cup. And this is a cup we use to do libations. And a lot of times in more intimate settings, like in your home, you have a Kwanzaa celebration. You might drink from it, pass it along. You know, we trust everybody. Kikombe Cha Umoja.
Kikombe Cha Umoja.
Mazeo.
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 Mazeo are the fruits and vegetables. This represents Ujima, our collective working responsibility. Remember I said we were agrarian folk? We brought all our fruits and stuff in, and we had a big celebration. Mazeo.
Mazeo.
Very good, very good. Muhindi.
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 Muhindis are the ears of corn. And on your table at home, you'd have as many ears of corn as you did children. So if you have 4 children, oh, plus 1. So if you have 4 children in your household, you'd have an extra ear of corn. You'd have 5. We all know why, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Just in case.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly. No, you laugh, but that's correct.
That's right.
Yeah. It's for the community child. Because long before that thief stole that proverb and made millions of dollars off of it, we believe that it takes a nation. I almost hate to say it some more. But anyway, it takes a whole nation to raise 1 child. You know, Hillary Clinton stole that, wrote a book, made millions off of it. But anyway, but we don't care. So we look out for the community child. So we always put that extra ear corn on. Muhindi.
Muhindi.
Okay, this is very important. Bendera Ya Taifa.
Bendera Ya Taifa.
Bendera Ya Taifa.
Bendera Ya Taifa.
Very good. Bendera Ya Taifa is our liberation flag. And all nations have flags. This is our flag. Now, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, he gave us another flag. He actually gave us the colors red, black, and green. His flag is a little different configuration. Goes that way, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it goes that way, and it's like red, black, green. But see, we did this one because it's a reason why. The black is for and the green is for and red is for struggle. Anybody know why it's so small? That's right. Less bloodshed as possible. We've shed enough. We're trying to stop. So that's our flag, and it's called the Bendera Yata Ifa.
Bendera Yata Ifa.
Very good. Last, surely not least, Zawadi.
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 Zawadi are the gifts. Yes, we do give gifts during Kwanzaa. If you want to. It's not a requirement. We don't want to cause any hardship or anything. Whether it's financial, emotional, stressful. Like, oh man, I gotta get some. I gotta get brother a gift. A gift, man. I ain't get him no gift. Y'all better get a gift. But you don't have to worry about that, because Brother Kill knows it's all right.
You don't want an Xbox?
No. Also, the gifts are usually for the children. And they're usually based on merit. What I mean by that, that means they earn it. Like if, what's your name? Anaya, pretty name, for a beautiful queen. Say Anaya tells her mom, Mom, I'm gonna keep my room clean all year, and I'm gonna get an A in math. And she does it. And when Kwanzaa rolls around, Mom says, she kept her word. She's earned this gift. So I'm gonna make her a little gift, or I'm gonna get her a book, or something that's challenging to her mind. Nothing expensive. So we ain't getting no Xboxes or bikes or jewelry or nothing like that. That's not what it works. That's not how it works. And it's usually for the kids. And we say it's no hardship if you don't give a gift. If you don't want to give gifts, it's fine. We're not about that. It's not about that. Because, you know, some other holidays create a lot of hardship. And we're not trying to do that during Kwanzaa. So we understand Zawadi giving during Kwanzaa. Ashe?
Ashe.
Don't be talking about happy Kwanzaa and give an Xbox or something. Because I'll be there. You're like, nah. Zawadi.
Zawadi.
Now, the reason why I asked y'all to do this, because it becomes ingrained in your head, repetitive. You remember. You might never remember it right off, but you might be somewhere and it might, oh yeah, Brother Kill said that, such and such. And I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank all of y'all for being here, and hopefully we'll see you all year. Now I'm gonna turn it over to Clarence for a minute, and thank you. Give yourselves a hand. I did very well.
All right, now I'm gonna take the host prerogative. Habarigani.
Umoja.
Habarigani.
Umoja.
We're gonna let you get a little comfortable and raise the vibration up a little bit before we bring our speaker Ebony. So we ask that the drummers go for about 10 minutes if you don't mind. Bring the spirit up. All right, give it up to the drummers.
All right, drummers. Thank you, man.
All right, the rhythm we want to play is called cuckoo. You say cuckoo? And that does not mean crazy, by the way. What cuckoo is a harvest dance. Okay, it's a harvest song. And you know, when I think about cuckoo and I think about water, you have to get sun and need nutrients, right, for it to grow. Too often in our community with our people, we planted seeds and did not reap the harvest, right? So one thing when we play African music, we play more traditional style, is understand the energy that goes with it, understand the meaning, and I want you to be in touch with that. Just think of getting the harvest. So it is my hope and put my faith on the line that when we plant seeds now, that we're going to reap those harvests that we deserve. All right, that's financial, that's family, that's community, etc. that will do that. So without further ado, it's cuckoo. So in every culture, in the African culture, you would have storytellers, people that keep the history. A lot of people think, oh, we didn't write things down. We did. But they kept the history. So when events happen, they would make songs for it, celebrations, make songs for it, weddings, whatever it is. A big event that happened, to make a song for it. That's why till this day, in a lot of southern state constitutions, not the federal, it says that we can't play these drums. Literally, till this day, most southern states in the Constitution, including Alabama, they say we can't play this because they couldn't understand it. They could not understand. There's power with this. There's history with this that they didn't want us to connect to, so they outlawed it. A lot of people didn't know that. So Lamba, it was for the griots. Okay, griots, they go thousands of years of generations of people who keep the history. So even today, if you go to family in Africa, you go to those that lineage, the chief lineage, they know so much history. They know about slavery. They know what happened. They know who did what till this day. You won't know it until you open the door, but they keep that until this day. So right now, Lamba's played for like giving thanks to our Creator for blessing us. Weddings, different ceremonies. It's played for weddings, church services, whatever. I mean, it's played for. So in that spirit, we're going to do Guinea Lamba. All right. Tell us what you want to do. part of that is Matacadon. So it was said that John Don was played when we were being captured. So we're being captured over. Okay, I'll give you the meaning of the song though. That's the first part you hear right there. You can just think about that. That's why a lot of times people have plays. It's like more chains and bondage. And then the other part of that is Matacadon. I mean, not Matacadon, Wallaceadon. Wallaceadon, it's like more celebratory. It goes up and it's saying that, you know, we will see you again. You're leaving us, but you will return. Actually, right now, if you look at several of the slave monuments in Africa, it has on there, expecting us to return. There's writings on there. You go to Ghana right now, it'll say on there. They're saying they're welcoming us back. Even right now, we can go to Ghana right now, and they accept us for dual citizenship because they're inviting us back to rejoin. Some people go and stay, some people don't. But keep in mind, Africa is a beautiful paradise. A lot of people you see on the news, they'll say, oh no, don't go there. But they go all the time. I went to Brookwood Mall, we played in Brookwood Mall. The lady that owned the store, she was nervous. She said, you're playing these music were louder than I thought it was gonna be. And I told her, I said, most of the people, the white people here, they go to Africa all the time, but they'll show you a bad picture of Africa. And guess what happened? We start playing, it was packed all around, in Brookwood Mall, packed around the store. And everybody, they kept saying, we go to Senegal all the time. We go every year. We go to Ghana all the time. We go every year, and it's beautiful. So, okay, they welcome us back. We need to at least go there once, just one time, and you'll see for yourself. All right.
when you hear them drums, Dr. C. Eric Lincoln came up with a term called genetic memory. When you feel them drums, it just touches your soul and you go right back to feeling what you felt when we were over there. All of that's locked into our genes. But anyway, we want to thank Bob and Ronique. Give it to them. Papa Barry. Nothing to minute, but these are some of our strong elders. And every year during Kwanzaa, we always working hard. At least I've been working hard to expose us to different community leaders, activists, people that are making change in the community. So today we want to welcome our sister. You know, she's kind of short, but she's mighty in her work. Ebony, she goes by Malkia, and she's the founder. She told me she's the founder. And one of the organizers with New Era Birmingham. They do a lot of work in the community. And the only way that we're going to be about unity is that we see it and get exposed to each other. So with that, let's... Abarigani, can you bring up with some drums? Uh-oh, the Roniques, I don't know.
How's everybody tonight? Everybody feeling good? Everybody enjoyed yesterday? Who all celebrated and who didn't? Because we are allowed to celebrate all of the holidays. If you're smart enough to get to learn about them all, you should learn about them all. Find out what people are worshiping and what's going on in other religions other than what you believe. Makes you a better, well-rounded person. UMOJA-UNITY. To strive for and maintain family, community, nation, and race. Now, what does this mean to me?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was thinking. Leave that paper alone. Talk to us.
Unity is a state of being joined together. It's a separate parts coming together to make a whole. Different parts, different beliefs, different cultures within the black community here. We're going to start with family. Unity in your family is first and foremost. I mean, that's where everything begins. As far as I'm concerned, I'm traditional. The man is the head of the household. We want to strive to make sure there's a man in every household so that we can follow these principles the way we should. If that's not the case, the men that have children still need to be the head of those households and lead those children with structure, education, discipline, faith, love, and all these things. And once you do that, you're instilling unity in them. The family unit, once the dad does it, he instills that in the wife, and she does that to the children. And then you go out into the community and you take that to your friends. Your friends, your schoolmates, your classmates, people in the community, businesses, neighbors, and things of that nature. Whichever instance, if there's no father there, of course, as women, we always, we're going to do what we got to do. So we will instill it in our children, and we will show them what the man couldn't if he's not around. But whichever instance, we're focusing unity. Unity is included or not limited to structure of the family by leading by example, which is a big thing. Sometimes we don't agree with the head of the household, or we don't agree with the community leaders, or we don't agree with the local politicians, we don't agree with the nation, or what's going on within our race, or what somebody is saying. But what we do need to have is solidarity, especially when it comes to other people on the outside looking in at us. They laugh at us when they see us not moving in one accord. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody has a part to play in unifying. You got to go along with things that you're not necessarily agreeing with, but the whole thing is that we're moving to a specific place. Just like a car. Say we're in a car, or we're walking, or we're on a bike. We all have the same destination. We're all trying to get to the same equal liberties like everybody else has. We just go about it in different ways. But if we respect each other's different ways, and uphold them, uplift them, empower them, and support them when they're doing these things, whether we agree or not. Now, sometimes accountability goes into that. If you know something that's morally wrong, then of course we want to pull our brothers and sisters to the side. Hey, let's work on this together. But just like every other race, we don't know when they're agreeing and when they're not agreeing. All we see is unity. Somehow we have to find that within ourselves as a race in America, black people in America, Africans in America. Community unity. We've got a lot of organizations in our community. We've got RBG, we've got Grassroots Coalition, New Era Birmingham, the Willing Family, Black Lives Matter. All these different avenues we're using, but we're all trying to get to what? The same place. Just like distant cousins, you get into it with your cousin. I don't know, get on my nerves. But if something happened with your cousin, what's going to happen? All y'all coming, right? We have to somehow figure out how to do that amongst people that are not in our immediate family. Back in 1712, when Willie Lynch came over here and was teaching them slave owners how to control us for 300 plus years, the first thing he told them was to divide us. You pit the black old man against the black young man, the black light-skinned woman against the dark-skinned woman. All these things were used to keep us divided. It's almost embedded in our DNA at this point. We have to get it out of some kind of way, which means we have to lower our defenses a little bit with each other. Just like you do when it's a new love. You get vulnerable because you expecting something. It's something great. We have to do that again with each other. We might not be, I might not know you personally, but you still my sister. Because their blood still runs through our veins. We don't know they got us so mixed up, we don't know, what tribe we from. And that's what I love about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa, they're incorporating so many different tribes, Ashanti tribe, Zulu Nation, all of these things are celebrating the harvest of different African cultures. And that's a great thing because we don't know, so we're celebrating everything together. That's unity right there. Like the brother said, we need to do this year-round. It would be a great thing to be able to do something like this year-round. I've never felt such unity as I do right now in this room. You're never going to get along with people. You're never going to get along with and agree with what everybody says. But mutual respect will help aid in unity. Let me see what else. Unity should be taught like a class, especially when it comes to us, like Black Star Academy. I heard they have all kind of classes, debt responsibility, talking about your credit and things of that nature, things that'll keep you, help our kids as they grow up in the community and how to be self-sufficient. Unity should be part of that. I think it's a big, important step on us getting to the next level. We won't be able to get anywhere without it. A big thing with New Era, unity is a big issue with us in the organization. There's probably about 10 members of us now, and it goes to show that unity isn't always in numbers. There could be 1,000 people, but if they're not all on one accord, it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to get accomplished. It means nothing. But with 10 people, we feed the homeless. We've given out thousands of dollars worth of toys. We've given out thousands of bottles worth of water to Flint. And we've done this with a small engine of people. And it goes to show that so much can be accomplished if you're working towards a common good and you're doing it in solidarity with each other. You might not like how it's going. You might not like what's happening, but you know that the ultimate goal is what you want. It's what you want to achieve. So that you're gonna focus towards that. New Era Birmingham is going on its first year anniversary. New Year's Eve will be in existence a full year. And our missions and goals and what we've done the past year it makes me proud to be a part of something that's actually changing lives and making a difference. When we go out there in the streets and we're chanting Black Power and we're doing the things that we're doing and we see the little ones doing the same thing, it's automatic unity. They don't know any difference. They see something that they haven't seen before. and they see a bunch of black folks walking in the middle of the street doing something that they've never seen anybody do, and they want to be a part of that. So we're naturally want to be unified. We naturally want to be family. We naturally want to gravitate towards each other, hug each other, and love on each other. But something is stopping that, and we have to figure out what's stopping that. You know, maybe it's all of us. Maybe we all need to let the defenses go and get a little vulnerable and see what we can actually accomplish. We have a lot of smart people, a lot of smart black folks in the city, creative folks in the city. And there's a lot of things that aren't getting done, aren't getting said, and aren't being supported because of the lack of unity. Nation. I guess that would be black folks, us as a nation, unity within our nation. I think we proved that in Birmingham by voting. Right. We made national news with that. I mean, we're getting there slowly but surely. I think. What y'all? Y'all think so? Like that was a big deal that it was national, and we showed what powers that we do have. We have a lot of power. We just have to flex those muscles and stop being scared of it, and stop being scared of them being scared of the powers that we have and possess, and be confident in them. As a race, I think that we really need to get behind the black man right now. We really need to have some solidarity and be unified when it comes to our black men. Whenever they come home, they need to come home to peace. There's a lot going on out there, and they got to deal with it. And we have to recognize that and let them lead. Let them be men. Support them, empower them. They're the ones who's supposed to be leading us. We the backbone. We got y'all, but we need y'all to stand up too. Stand up. I know the ones here do it, and I know I'm talking to a bunch of leaders, because if you weren't leaders, you wouldn't be here. But it takes a nation of leaders to help the ones that aren't leaders, and we all need to be leaders. And what y'all have, all of y'all, because y'all got it, y'all, you know the history. And what you have, and y'all teaching it to these ones need to go and teach it. That's how it's like a chain reaction. That's how this thing is gonna work. Unity to me, and as far as the kids go, and in your household, the nation, the community, all of that comes from within. You have to have some type of passion, some type of wherewithal to want to see change. It's got to be a conscious effort made to achieve it. It's an everyday thing. We just have to have some loyalty to each other. You know, loyalty, unity, all those things go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So, with that being said, should I talk about New Era?
You can tell people about New Era now. And then
Well, New Era is having new members. We are a black empowerment organization built on empowering and uplifting the black community, policing our own neighborhoods, and just promoting solidarity and power in the black community. We're accepting new members right now. We have several different programs in the organization in which we take out into the community. Hood to Hood is one of them. That's when we go out in the neighborhoods, and it's almost like we're introducing ourselves to the community. We go knock on doors. We pass out literature. We pass out things for your street codes. We have a street code. There were things that back in the day, there was a code that we used to live by, and men held each other accountable for things. And with this code, we send it out into the neighborhood, and we talk about it, such as fighting, shooting, hurting women and children, elderly, selling drugs in the neighborhood, things of that nature. There was a code that black men held each other accountable for when it came to their neighborhoods, and we need to get back to that. We also have Know Your Rights papers that we give out. We talk to the kids, we talk to the parents. We also go to schools. We have a school tour, which we're doing now. We've adopted the Bush school, K-8, that's in Ensley, now rerouted to Titusville. We're trying to get the schools back in their rightful neighborhood. But we go to the schools on Mondays to do Motivational Monday, where we uplift and motivate the kids. We'll start doing that in January, but we've already gone. We've done the job fair, and motivated the kids during that. We also do charity work. We've given out a lot. All the money that we get goes straight out into the community. We don't give it to any other organizations. We're not a 501c3. Every dollar that we get comes from the community, and we give it right back to those who need it. We're focusing on the kids right now. Not trying to talk about the, adults, but it's easier to mold the minds of children. They are our future. They are the ones that's going to take care of us when we're not able to take care of ourselves. And what we instill in them now is going to change our future. These babies right here, and we have to invest in our future. We invest in everything else except for what matters, and those are our children. We have to show them that the way we have been growing up and what's in our communities and what's on our TV and what's on the radio is not what's up. It's not what's up. So with that being said,
Okay, all right, before we...
oh, okay. New Era Birmingham is on Instagram, Facebook, and we also have a email address, and it's New Era Birmingham on all of the social sites, and it's newerabirmingham@gmail.com.
Do you have a contact? Because there may be one or two people in here who do not use social media or computers or even smartphones.
Well, I'll be in the back, so if you
Okay.
need... So if you need to get our number and contact us, if you have any type of events, if you know anybody in need.
But you ain't gone yet.
I ain't gone.
Okay.
I'm not going to jail. So, yeah, if you have anybody that you know that's in need of anything, we love helping. I mean, that's what our main focus is on. And another thing about unity, all these organizations that I mentioned, we all do different things. Some focus on different neighborhoods, but we all, like I said, focusing on the same goal, and that's trying to get equal liberties for everybody. So even though we're all doing different things, some people focus on rights of the citizens when it comes to the police and things like that. But we're trying to focus on kids and helping folks that need to be helped and uplifting and doing it in a fun way. So other than that.
Okay, well, you're going to stay right here because we're going to do Q&A. But before we do Q&A, we want to do a little housekeeping. Tomorrow night, we'll be having Sisters of Self-Determination, and that'll be people like Zenovia Muhammad, Shamika Thomas, Jonetta Watson-Jarman, Sandra Scott, Tamara Harris-Johnson, who's a judge now, and they'll be talking about what self-determination means to them and how that motivated them for doing what they're doing. Also, when a black establishment, someone's over, buy a soda, buy a sandwich, buy a piece of cake, buy a plate, support the black business. Also, we do have a listing of the events. If you come outside, we do have a flyer for you for more information. And lastly, we want to make sure that we can contact you when we do Kwanzaa next year. So if you don't mind, there'll be a little... Jackie, are you here, Jackie? Jackie. Jackie. She can't hear me. I'm not loud enough. Okay, could you come around so they could see your lovely basking glow, your bright, jubilant smile? Sister from the Nile. Can you come around so they can see you? Jackie, why are you hiding from me, Jackie? Okay, well, they can't see you. I mean, it's 30 people right up in here. Okay, Jackie's going to get your information, set telephone number, email address, and name. Please help her out. All right. Thank you, Jackie. All right. Now, Q&A. Do you all want to talk about what unity means and dialogue with our speaker for today? Anybody?
Come on, talk to me. Or just if you have a statement that you want to make.
Yeah, what's unity?
Means to you.
Talk to her. Talk to her. You got it. Ain't nobody?
Question right here.
All right. Yes, sir. Reverend, you from?
In light of what you said and talking about unity, what are some practical ways that we tonight can begin to take to create a sense of unity in our context, in where we are in Birmingham and the surrounding areas? What are some practical things that we can commit to begin the process of the ball rolling to be united?
I think that supporting each other's events, making sure and it might sound cliche because we are living in a social media world, but you know, if everybody follows each other and supports each other's events, network, get it out to their respective families and communities. The biggest thing about unity is just really the support. Like, supporting means so much to people. If you, like, I didn't even think this many people were gonna be here. But it's great to see. Well, I'm talking about people that I
They
knew
all came
and
to
that
see
are
you.
no. But the ones that did though, that it means so much, and it gives you confidence, and it gives you just that little bit of extra something that makes you go ahead and continue to do what you're doing. And that's the big thing about, you know, a lot of folks, that unity, that loyalty, that togetherness, that camaraderie, you know, that support. That's what's missing, and it doesn't take a lot. You know, it takes a little bit. It doesn't take everybody for every event, but shoot, you know, repost somebody's event. You know, tell somebody about it. Tell somebody about somebody else's business. I do it every single day. I repost about somebody's black business every single day. Every single day.
Reposting is fine, and I understand that. But we are in a society, and where we are now, there are any number of people who are not connected to Facebook and all these platforms. So I think we got to create a practical way that we can begin to hook up and be intentional about that. You know, because we just can't throw it out there and hope that it happens.
Right.
We have to be intentional and create ways and means by which we pull all of us together.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess I mentioned it because it was the only way to kind of reach everybody at one time. But I mean, like the Hood to Hood program that we do, we literally go out walking neighborhoods and knock on doors, and talk to people that way. And then that's the only other way I could think to get everybody acclimated and understanding what everybody else is doing.
And I think Reverend Easter gave you a good reminder because he's not slow at all with technology. But he represents that generation that some people don't. My mom don't believe in no cell phone, no computer, nothing. If she don't get it by robocall or by the mail, she ain't coming. But, one other thing too while we're here. The 6th day is Kaumba, which is creativity. So if you got, and that's at Moore's Barbershop. Where is Moore's Barbershop? Is anybody work at Moore's Barbershop in here?
There you go.
Well, hey, Mr. Moore, how you doing, sir? What's the address, Mr. Moore, sir?
1727 3rd Avenue North.
Okay, and we'll be a potluck edition, no pork, and no turn-up devices, but you can have, you know what I mean? You can have a good time. And we're going to have a DJ, right, Mr. Moore?
You have a DJ.
All right. We're going
Yeah, brothers and sisters.
Faith, around faith.